So, our topic for today is all about musical content of melody. Here is the intended learning outcomes for this presentation. The first one is understand the concept and significance of melodies in music, including how they convey emotions and stories. And then the next one is recognize the fundamental elements of melodies such as pitch form and direction and their role in shaping musical compositions. So here is the melody. Melody is a succession of tones arranged carefully to give us an interesting and pleasing sound. So, ang melody is a sequence of carefully arranged tones na nagpo-provide sa atin ng engaging and pleasing sound. By combining notes in a specific order, ang melody is inaalaw tayo na ma-experience ang different emotions, stories, and expressions sa pamamagitan ng music. So, for example, a well-known melody is ang Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Yung arrangement ng tones sa melody na ito is nagbibigay buhay sa isang simple pero kakaibang tunog na madaling matandaan at awitin. Example ito ng melody that conveys the joy of childhood and learning through nursery rhymes. Ang bawat note is carefully placed upang mabuo ang happiness na nararamdaman natin when singing it. Melody is a series of tones arranged in a horizontal position. So, melody is the tune or ang sequence ng musical notes na maaari mong sundan. So, imagine may isang line ng musical notes that moving from left to right. Isa-isa silang nagmo-move and then sunod-sunod. So, for example, yung first few notes ng Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, nag-start to sa C, C, and then G, G, next is A, A, and then G. And yung notes na yun is naka-arrange horizontally, one after the other. Next, these tones are played or sung one at a time. So, in a melody, maririnig mo yung isang note followed by another and so on. Yung isang note is tinutugtog or inaawit individually. Hindi sila sabay-sabay. So, for example, isang singer ay umawit ng melody. They sing one note at a time, like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Bawat notes is hiwalay or magkakaiba. Melody is an element of music that is considered the most expressive and meaningful. Ang melody is madalas ito yung part ng song or composition that carries the emotion or emotional message or kung saan mo makikita yung height ng music. So, for example, in a sad song, ang melody is gumagamit sila ng slower or lower pitch notes para magpahiwatig ng sense of sadness. Just like sa happy song, ang melody is gumagamit ng faster or higher pitch notes para ma-express ang joy or happiness. Melody has the following, the pitch form and directions. Ito yung characteristic ng or essential characteristic ng melody. Let's start with the first one, the pitch. So pitch, ito ay tumutukoy kung gaano kataas or kababa ang tunog ng notes. Ang melody is maaaring mag-move ng iba't ibang pitches. Next is yung form. Dinidescribe nito ang structure or shape ng melody. Maaari nating isipin na ito ay isang blueprint ng melody, including its beginning, middle, and the end. So, for example, ang bahay kubo. Ang awiting bahay kubo ay may malinaw na form na nagpapakita ng structure ng melody. Ang start ng lyrics is tungkol sa paglalarawan ng bahay kubo, like bahay kubo kahit munti. And then, sinundan ng bahay kubo ng mga iba't ibang prutas, like singkamas at talong, sigarilyas at mani. And then sa dulo nito, muling binabalikan ang bahay kubo. Sa paligid-ligid ay puno ng linga. Ayun. So next, let's proceed with the number 3, the direction. Pinapakita nito kung ang melody is ascending or tumataas ang pitch, and kung descending or bumababa ang pitch or nagstay siya sa same pitch. So, for example, ang melody, Happy Birthday. So, nag-start siya sa low note, happy, and then ascends or tumaas yung notes dun sa birthday, happy birthday. Yan. Next is melody. It may go up, down, or it may be repeated. So, ang melody is nagmo-move siya into different directions. Pwedeng ascend, descend, or paulit-ulit na notes for catchiness of that song or para makuha ang attention ng listener. So, for example, the nursery rhyme, Mary Had a Little Lamb. Meron siyang repeated melody sa line ng Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Bago bumaba ang tono niya sa its fleece was white as snow. Melody. It may move, fast, or slow. Maaaring mag-iba ng move on isang melody. May mga melody na mabilis mag-move, may iba naman na mas mabagal at mas relax ang tempo. For example, ang melody ng Yankee Doodle. Nagmo-move siya ng mabilis with shorter note durations. Nagbibigay ito ng energetic feel. So, kabaliktaran naman ito ang melody ng Amazing Grace dahil mas mabagal ito. Pitch. The pitch of a note is how high or low it sounds. So, ang pitch ay isang pangunahing element sa music na tumutukoy sa kung gaano ito kataas or kababa sa pandinig natin. Ito ay natutukoy by the frequency of vibrations na inilalabas na musical note. Kapag mataas ang frequency nito, mas mataas ang pitch. And kapag mababa ang frequency, mas mababa ang pitch. So, for example, a simple piano keyboard. Kapag pinress mo isang keyboard sa right, magbibigay ito ng mataas na pitch. Nakatulad ng tunog ng isang bell. Then, kapag ang left side naman ng keyboard ang pinress mo, magbibigay ito ng mababang pitch like the deep tone ng isang bass guitar. So, usually, pitches are labeled by letters C, D, E, F, and G, or by so, la syllables, or the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. These 7 letters name all the natural notes. Here are some examples. So, C, or do, ito ang unang note sa musical alphabet. Tumutukoy ito sa tono na may pinakamababang pitch sa isang octave. And then, the next one is the D or Re. Sumusunod ito kay C sa pagsunod ng mga natural notes. Ang tunog na ito ay medyo mas mataas kaysa kay C. Then is yung E or Mi. Pagkatapos ng D, narito ang E na mas may mataas na pitch. Isa ito sa mga pangunahing notes sa music. Next is the F or Fa. Ito ay susunod sa nota matapos ang E. Medyo mas mataas ang pitch nito kaysa sa E. Next is yung G or yung Sol. Ang G ay isa sa mga pangunahing nota sa musika. Matapos ng F, ito ang susunod na nota na may mas mataas na pitch. Next one is the A or La. Ito ang susunod na note na mas mataas kaysa sa G. Karaniwang kasama ito sa pagbuo ng mga awitin. And the last one is yung B or D. Ang huling natural note sa mga pangunahing tono ay ang B. Ito ay may mas mataas na pitch kaysa sa A. Then, ulit na lang siya C. So, we have 5 accidentals here. The sharp, double sharp, natural, flat, and the double flat. So sharp. Sharp is used to raise a pitch 1/2 step. This symbol is written before note pitch. The effect of a sharp is good for only one measure. And then double sharp raises a pitch by 1 whole step. Natural. This symbol cancels out any sharp or flat signs. Flat. Used to lower a pitch 1/2 step. This symbol is written before a note or a pitch. The effect of a sharp is good only for one measure, unless it is written in the key signature. Next is the double flat. Lowers a pitch 1 by 1 whole step. Here is the symbol of sharp symbol, natural, and the flat. So let's proceed with the grand staff. Grand staff. The grand staff is the combination of two staves, treble, and bass clef joined together with a bracket. So, the grand staff is isa siyang pangunahing element ng music notation, lalo na sa piano music. Binubuo ito sa pamamagitan ng pag-combine ng dalawang magkaibang stave, ang treble clef staff and yung bass clef staff na pinagsama gamit ang isang bracket. The two primary staves are the treble clef staff and the bass staff. So, let's proceed first with the treble clef staff. So, the treble clef is for higher pitch notes. It's also sometimes called the G clef. So, ang treble clef staff, tinutukoy bilang top staff na ginagamit para tukuyin ang mga higher pitch notes sa music. Karaniwan nitong naglalaman ng mga notes na tinutugtog gamit ang right hand sa piano. Ang treble clef ay kinikilala sa pamamagitan ng kakaibang symbol sa beginning ng staff, which is also known as the G clef because it curls around the G line sa staff. Next, the number 2 is the bass clef staff. Bass clef contains lower pitch notes. Another name for the bass clef is the F clef. Ang bass clef staff ay tinatawag ding bottom staff. Ginagamit ito para tukuyin ang mga tunog na lower pitch notes sa music. Karaniwan itong naglalaman ng mga notes na tinutugtog gamit ang left hand sa piano. Kinikilala ang bass clef sa pamamagitan ng symbol na parang ampersand or letter C na nakabaliktad. Kilala rin ito bilang F clef. Dito ay nakatuon sa linyang F sa staff. Next, we have here the interval. An interval in music is defined as a distance in pitch between any notes. So, sa music, ang interval ay tumutukoy sa measurement of distance or gap sa pitch sa pagitan ng dalawang notes. Ito ay tumutulong sa mga musician na maunawaan at may paliwanag ang relationship sa pagitan ng iba't ibang notes sa isang musical composition. So, for example, sa dalawang magkasunod na piano keys like C and D, ang tawag sa interval sa pagitan nila is second. In this case, ito ay tinatawag na major second dahil there's a full step or merong isang key sa pagitan nila. The larger the interval between two notes, the greater the difference in pitch between the notes. So, kapag two notes is, or kapag may two notes is malayo sa isa't isa sa musical scale na meron sila, malaking interval between them. It means may malaking pagkakaiba sa pitch ng mga ito. So, for example, kung i-compare ang note C and G sa piano, C and then G sa piano, ang interval between them is tinatawag na perfect fifth. Ang mga notes na to is medyo malayo sila sa isa't isa. And vice versa. The smaller the interval between two notes, the smaller the pitch between the notes. Kabaliktaran lang nito nung una, kapag ang two notes is malapit sa isa't isa sa musical scale, meron silang smaller intervals sa pagitan nila. Ang pagkakaiba sa kanilang pitch ay hindi gaano napapansin. So, for example, if you take notes E and F on a piano, ang interval sa pagitan nila ay tinatawag na minor second or half step. Ang mga notes na ito ay napakalapit sa isa't isa na lumilikha ng minimal na pagkakaiba sa pitch. Next, we have here the harmonic and melodic interval. So, interval can be harmonic or melodic. When the notes are played simultaneously, it is harmonic interval. When the notes are played in sequence, it is melodic interval. Melodic intervals can be ascending or descending. We also have here the even and uneven intervals. Intervals can be even or uneven. If one note falls on a line and the other in a space, it is uneven. even interval. If both notes fall on a line or in a space, it is an even interval. So now let's proceed with the musical scale. Scale. A scale is a group of notes that are arranged by ascending or descending order of the pitch. We have here the major scale. Major scales are defined by their combination of semitones and tones, whole step and half steps. Then semitone. A semitone or half step, as they are known in the US, is the distance in pitch between a note and the very next note higher or lower. So, for example, between E and F, a half step or semitone. Then we have here the tone or the whole step. In a major scale, the majority of the intervals between consecutive notes are whole steps, also known as the tones. So we have here an example between C and D. Yeah, and that's what we call the whole step. Minor scale, we have here the minor scale. Minor scales also have 7 notes like the major scale, but they are defined by having a flattened third. Like major scales and minor scale, meron din silang 7 notes. But ang difference ng dalawa is, ang major scale, meron siyang bright and happy sound, while ang minor scale naman is meron siyang sad or more serious sound. That's all. Thank you.